Hey there guys, it's your good pal Wiggly, and welcome to my blind let's play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. From what I understand, this is a mystery, detective-solving, story-driven, visual novel, comedy game mix developed by Capcom in 2001 for the Game Boy Advance, originally in Japan only, but later re-released worldwide on the Nintendo DS. And then it was packaged with the second and third titles in an HD trilogy that has been released on many multiple consoles over the years. If you are curious about which version I'm playing, this is the PlayStation 4 release played on a PlayStation 5, if that matters to you for some reason. I did a poll for which game to play after Hollow Knight, and this game won by a landslide. I've been recommended this game a lot over the years by friends that have been a big fan of this series for a long time, mostly because, though I'm not expecting the same kind of experience out of this, I am a big fan of Danganronpa. I have played the first two Danganronpa games, and I love them. So I figure, why not give the, the detective visual novel a shot? If you've been on this channel for a long time, you might remember that in 2012, 10 years ago, holy cow, I did start a blind let's play of this with a friend, played on a very shitty emulator. It was a really bad let's play. We only did, I think, the first case, but honestly, I don't remember a damn thing about it because we were barely paying attention to the story. We were just kind of goofing on everything, and that's not the type of content that I make anymore. So, I'm ready to take this game fully seriously, hop into it. I know practically nothing. One thing I am somewhat worried about is that, well, two things, I suppose. I'm not the best at reading out loud. So if you can't handle some stammering here or there, I apologize. This is probably not going to be for you. But I do like to read things out loud. Also, I assume it's not going to be a huge deal, but I know very, very little about how, like, courts work. I imagine, since this series is so easy to get into, that's not really going to matter much. But in case it does, and I get a little, flat-brained about it, that would be why. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first Phoenix Wright game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Alright, what do we got here? Episode 1, the first Turnabout. Okay, in we go. First steps, excellent. That's proof that I haven't played this game at all. Damn, we got blood already. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Well, now I know who did it. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Damn. We're just getting thrown right into it, aren't we? No exposition, we're just raw. We're in it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. No year, just a month and a day. Ooh. Nice bass line. I like that instrumentation. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Who is this? Hello. Oh, hiya, Chief. Woo, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. So this is my first case ever? Damn, okay. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? I really like the art style. I like the way the eyes are drawn. Everything looks very clean. I can tell it's a pixel game that's been, like, smoothed out and enhanced, but that doesn't really bother me. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that... Oh God. It's... Good start. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Wow, this is... This is already going very poorly. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Hi. What are those eyes? Good lord. Butts? His name is Butts. Okay. Nick. Hey. Hey there, Larry. Larry Butts. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Oh, fuck me. We're really just in the thick of it immediately. Give me the death the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Great. Okay, finally some backstory. I know what's going on now. Good lord. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Okay, so this was Butts' girlfriend. I need to turn that off. Okay, I'll get that taken care of. Thank you, Skyflash31. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Well, that's sweet. I mean, you know, he's got some anxiety problems to work out, but he seems like an alright guy. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Okay. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. Nice. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Also, orange isn't a good color. You look like a traffic cone, bud. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. So he literally became a lawyer just to bail his friend out? That's quite the bro move. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Well, I doubt that's the case, because you have to go through, like, a ton of school. So something happened back in the past, I guess. I don't know. I'm filling in gaps that I don't even have any information on. Never mind. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh boy, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. That's how I imagine this guy to talk. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. I'm more worried about him controlling his nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Tutorial time? Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. The music is really good, by the way. I'm digging this soundtrack. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Okay, I know this much. The defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait, uh-oh. I mean, I don't know her name. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, oh, you're right next to me, okay. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim, of course, I know the victim's name. Oh, this is going so bad. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Me too. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Okay. We got attorney's badge. No one would believe I was I can't talk. Oh my god. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Okay. Okay, her name is Cindy. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. And we got profiles here. Mia Fey, age 27. Chief attorney at Fay & Co., my boss and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, age 23. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, okay, her name is Cindy Stone, got it, age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. What was he doing dating a model? And then Winston Payne, age 52. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Well, that's good for us. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? A cinder block. Okay, Cindy Stone. That's funny though. That's a funny pun. I see you. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. I only know that. Did it say that anywhere? Yeah, blunt trauma. Okay, I mean, I saw the cutscene too. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. I'm gonna have to really pay attention. I'm gonna have to focus in. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. I mean, I'm pretty nervous already. I feel Phoenix's pain here. I don't know how this is gonna go. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Alright. So we have this in our evidence now. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Absolutely. Use the R1 button. Okay. Alright, let's go, baby. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution called the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Yeah, I'm a little worried. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Oh, buddy. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? They did. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. Oh my god, his eyes twitching. What's it to you anyway? Man, this is bad. Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Okay, passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Okay. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Oh, Larry. Larry, buddy. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Ms. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Ooh, that's a loaded, rough question, man. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Okay, yeah, let's... My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean arrested butts? Stop, Larry. Cut it out. That's cheating, she-dog. I'm gonna die, fuck. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did, and maybe... I just did a complete mental facepalm, dude. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Let's have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. This dude has to call orders so many times. People just chat. It's just a gossip room. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. He was leaving. It seems I was right about his voice. Good lord. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? I love the expressions of everybody. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Okay, well, so it's the killer then. But why? Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit. He sure did. Oh my. What a name. Oh, he looks like the Happy Mask salesman. That's rough. Mr. Sawit. Sawit. I don't know. You sell the newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Is that a pun intentionally? Because they did it with Cindy Stone earlier as well. Oh, yes, newspapers. Yes, I had to figure out a voice there. I apologize. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Okay, what do we got? Witness testimony. Let's go, baby. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Okay. Ha 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 ha! Gotcha. 4 p.m., bitch. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. I was going to say Sawit. The phone that Mr. Sawit used, it was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Okay. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6. Okay, so it lines up with that, but the time of death doesn't line up. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your Okay, we're doing this, baby. Let's go. Cross-examination, Your Honor? You don't know what a cross-examination is, buddy? All right, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony of the witness just gave. Well, I know exactly where it is. Lies? What? He was lying? Okay, Phoenix is just as hopeless as Larry. Got it. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? I already know. You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Yes, it is. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Alright, cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. So, I think I already know, but let's reread it just to be sure. Looks like I also have the ability to press L1. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? Okay, so we can get like extra information on them. Okay. I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. Wow, very, very subtle. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? Okay, so then we just go back into everything. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking a stranger, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright, called the police immediately. 1 p.m. Okay, press on this, because this is where the lie is. 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Okay, got it. 1 p.m. So if I go present, I can be like, hey, this is the truth. Triangle. Objection, there it is, baby. That's like the one thing I knew. One thing I knew going into this was objection. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Okay, Phoenix. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? He's sweating now. Let's go. Oh, that. Oh, stop. You don't yell objection. You don't sound anywhere near as cool. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Okay. I'm getting the hang of this now. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Okay. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television, but there was a blackout, my guy. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay, I already know exactly what to do here. I've awoken my third eye already. I'm already the best attorney in the county. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. So is this American court, or is this Japanese court, or its own world? I'm curious about that specifically. I've got this one. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what to do. Okay. Probably coming from the television. That's impossible because there was a blackout. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. That was quite the face he made for a moment there. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. You're a very patient judge. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. This guy's so unbelievably guilty. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please. Hearing the time. Okay. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Well, that's a pretty big difference. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it. It's not a clock, it's a statue. That must have been what I saw. Okay. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Sir. What do you mean? It's a statue. The defense may cross it. Okay, well that's pretty easy. Well, first I want to see what happens if I press this first one. I didn't hear it, I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? Okay. So let me see. I guess it could be a clock. There is a possible screen at the bottom of it, but we don't know that it's a clock on the court record here. Okay. Here. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It could be, but I don't know. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? A defense attorney. Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. Okay. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Okay, understandable. That's... okay. There's still some fishy stuff going on, but so far, that one seems sound. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright? It appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? At the moment? No. I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. That's true, actually. Though I figured that the screen ran out of batteries or something, I don't know. He never entered the apartment. So oh, okay, you tilt it and it just says the time. Okay, it says the time out loud, so he didn't see it, he heard it, and, oh, I got it, okay. And for him to have heard the time, the clock would have had to move. It would have had to have been tilted, which means that yeah, okay, got it. Is something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add? Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Let's go, Phoenix. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard, but why would it have said 1 p.m.? That's the weird thing. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. It's really not baseless at all. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... What the Okay, just throw your toupee at me. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Good Lord, this is so dramatic. The suspense, the drama, the romance. Ooh. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. I guess not, but I mean, like, for him to have heard the clock, it's kind of just cut and dry, right? Your Honor, claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding the clock. Yeah, I mean, that would prove it. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. I like how it's, I think. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. If she died at 4 o'clock, then he would have heard 1 p.m. Let's go, Phoenix, yeah! Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. Let's go! So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? I mean... I don't think that's how that works. I mean, like, we would just have to let the jury decide, but I assume the jury is probably not going to be a part of this. If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. Damn. Okay, really? That's unfortunate. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Wow. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Well, shit. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Oh, the drama. The drama! Oh, I'm loving that. I'm having a really good time already. I really like the way this shit is presented. It's really good. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was running 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Because she got back from a business trip, or some kind of trip. I don't remember exactly where, but she was abroad, right? Wasn't that mentioned at the start? I think it was. Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Okay, let's see. Do we have Yep, here it is. Yep. It was abroad. It was in Paris. United States of America. Okay. So this is America court. Interesting. I mean, France wouldn't be 3 hours slow. Would it be the same amount of hours ahead? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Okay, I mean, I don't know about the math of, like, France to US, like, time zones, but it was probably running fast and not slow, or extremely slow, however you want to look at it. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Okay. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. Okay, look at me. Okay, I was all worried. I was worried that I was going to be too stupid for this, but I mean, this is the tutorial case, so, you know. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. I feel smart, man. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. It was dead wrong, even. Proof enough for you, Sorry, I can't talk. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Okay, it is a pun. It is intentional. That's so goofy. Oh my god. Okay. Hot damn. Order, I say. Okay, he just foams at the mouth and falls over. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. This is quite the ride. I don't know if I've ever been so immediately invested in a game. This is awesome. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright, how would you have not known that he was... Whatever, it's a video game. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. I am an ace attorney. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. So there is no jury. Confetti. Jeez, okay. And with that, this court is adjourned. Excellent. Great news. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. Okay. Damn, that's... What a thing to lose a wife over. A life. She was never going to be a wife. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. Okay, so it was the same apartment, but he was able to go inside, so Larry had a key or something? I don't know, whatever. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. That's so ridiculous, dude. That's fucking disgusting. all over some money, man. Dumb. Very happy music. Very visual novel happy music time. Ooh, I still can't believe we won. We fucking rocked it, Phoenix. Let's go. Right, good job in there. Congratulations, she's so nice. I like her a lot. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry. Please. Please, Larry. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. You're hopeless. You're hopeless, Mr. Butts. Good. Wait, no. I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. I'm sorry, bro. Look. That's a pretty complicated set of emotions, you know. He was attached, she wasn't. She's seeing other men abroad, no closure. That's kind of rough. I feel for him. Larry, she was nah, never mind. Still doesn't, you know, he was emotionally attached. That still leaves some damage, Phoenix. Congratulations, Harry Butts. I'm in 6th grade again. Let's go. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent, wonderful. I'm loving the name puns. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Do you have any money? I mean, you must have for her to be seeing you, I guess. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Are you like legally allowed to go out to dinner with like your attorneys after that? I mean, I don't see why not. It would be kind of weird and unprofessional, but yeah, whatever. Just kind of a curious question. Oh hey, here, take this. It's a present. I can't believe this is allowed to like leave the court. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Okay, it's a duplicate. Okay. Really? You? You made this? That's pretty impressive. With like the voice box in it and whatnot. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. That's right, Larry. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? Larry, you're so weird. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Do I? Oh, okay. I think I get it. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Yeah, she kept the clock, man. She cared. She was using it, even. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. And it killed her, Larry. It's your fault. I'm kidding. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. That's true. She did, like, bring it with her. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Well, I'm glad I could be your lawyer, man. Really, I am. Thanks. Oh, what a guy. He's a nice dude. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. I sure do. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. That's kind of true, yeah. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Ooh, Phoenix. Hey. How old is Phoenix? I don't have a thing for Phoenix. I do have this. Discovered Mrs. Stonebody newspaper salesman who saw Larry flee the scene. Okay. Well, if they were friends in grade school, he must be the same age, so he must be also 23. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." Yeah, you know, this is just kind of a... Man, thanks, bud. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. That's, yeah, you know, whatever. You owed him one. Pay out of pocket for your own service, Phoenix. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. What? And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able... Oh, no. What? The suspense, the cliffhanger. You can't just end it like that. Hello? Okay. Brand new episode of the also... Oh, hi, I see Miss Winky Face here. Oh no, I didn't want to start this yet. Okay, save your progress up to this point? Yes, please. Okay, I can tell that this was a mobile game at one point and was ported to consoles, but that doesn't really bother me. Okay. Oh, no, we do not want to start this yet. We will start this next time. So, anyway, I'm having a great time with this. This is a stellar first impression. I'm in. I'm invested. Maybe I like visual novels more than I think I do. Thank you all for watching the first episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. I've been Guildmaster Wiggly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you are new, consider subscribing. If you want to follow my Twitch, Twitter, or join my Discord, they are in the description. And I hope to see you all for the rest of the series.